deep down inside of you, there's that version of you when you were younger, that version of you when you were 17, 18 years old, and you were super motivated and you were focused and you were driven and you had tunnel vision towards what you were trying to accomplish, and you felt like nothing can stop you. You felt like you were unstoppable. You have that same person inside of you, but you need to wake that version of yourself up, and the only way you can wake yourself up is by putting yourself in situations where you have pressure. You have pressure on you, and you have no other choice but to bring that version of you out. We all have that higher self inside of us, and sometimes he diminishes, sometimes he vanishes, but he's still in there. But to bring him back out, it's gonna take a lot of work. I've been struggling with getting that version of myself back out. Like whenever I was 17, I was super motivated, reading books every day, working out, eating clean. At 19, I moved to the rich side of town. I got my first house. By 20 years old, I had 3 houses. Then I fell off. I lost over $20,000. I got my credit ruined. A lot of stuff has happened. I've started multiple businesses. Most of them have failed, but there's always a bounce back. And if you bounce back, or if you see it as a lesson, then it's not actually a loss, and you didn't actually lose. And that's making that higher version of yourself stronger. But that higher version of yourself cannot dominate your mind and operate who you are if you're not feeding into it, if you're not believing in yourself, if you're starting to let that self-doubt creep into you and take over yourself. We have different personalities inside of us, and if you don't let that higher personality dominate yourself, and if you don't let that higher personality come out and feed it the right habits, the right good habits, the right positive things, then he will be there hidden, and you only have glimpses of him every now and then. Well, my choice is to bring him back and have him fully dominate to where I'm motivated like I was when I was younger. And it's a struggle. It's very hard, especially with taking losses. You know, I've noticed how there's the same by Earl Nightingale about how most people, if you ask them if they have a dream when they're 25 years old, most of them will say yes. And if they're motivated, most of them are motivated. But by 30, most of them, pretty much 99% of these people have failed because they've been grounded by life. Life has pushed them down into the fucking ground and dug them in a hole that they can't get out of. To get out of that hole, you need to take control of your life and start making these small decisions, these small incremental decisions that add up. And that's how you start winning again. But it's not gonna happen unless you make that decision today. Make a decision today to start moving towards the version of yourself that you wanna be. Whether it's eating clean, whether it's working out, whether it's waking up earlier, whether it's reading a damn book, anything, whether it's fixing your bed, something small. If you do not do these things, you will not encapsulate that version of yourself, and you will not have the motivation to do what you're trying to do. So make sure to listen to what I'm saying and actually implement it today. Don't wait till tomorrow, implement it today. Because I know I'm going to, because I can't settle for the life that I have. Because if I was to ask the younger self of me, the younger version, where would I be when I'm 25? Where I'm at right now is a disgrace compared to that. I have a bad inner critic, but I don't care to heal myself from that, and I don't care for that to disappear, because I need that. Without that, I'm not me. Without moving forward, I'm not me.